So I just watched Fionna and Cake episodes 7 and 8. Let's talk about it. I think the best way to talk about these episodes would be to talk about them in the form of looking back on Simon's past, because I think that was the main theme for these two episodes. With episode 7 being them in a timeline where Simon didn't raise Marceline, he actually just died, and the Vampire King is the person that raised Marceline. And episode 8 just being Simon talking about his past, most notably the moment he met Betty. I think that'd be an interesting topic of discussion for this video and for you guys to comment about. This is starting to feel like we might be in an upswing of Simon's character, but first things first, let's talk about the dark timeline. The one where Simon died. This specific timeline is showing you how important Simon is to this story, because without Simon there, this world doesn't grow into the land of Ooh we know today. This world is in its dystopian form with all the vampires running around, humans mostly all died out because of the vampires, with the only people being alive is this resistance crew run by a really cool and really hot Princess Bubblegum. Marceline didn't grow up to be the cool emo chick that we all love her to be. She wasn't raised by Simon during these time periods. The Vampire King raised her, and since the Vampire King raised her, she's evil. She no longer just sips on the color red, she drinks blood, she drains souls. She is just 100% evil and is also known as the Star. She is the Vampire King's right hand man, and out of everything we've seen so far, I'm calling this one the dark timeline because it just feels like that's what it is. The only difference between this one and the OG one that ran is Simon is alive. And thank you for a few commenters telling me this. These two episodes also made it abundantly clear. But all of these dimensions make it feel like we're in the perfect timeline. All of these dimensions are telling you how important Simon's role is to the Adventure Time that we know today. If he didn't get the crown and become the Ice King, then who knows what dark things would have happened. Finn would have gotten it and we would have ended up in a weird dimension where Finn's the Ice King. The baby dimension, he's actually not that important in the baby dimension. The baby dimension is just a cute place. The Witcher King dimension was a timeline where Simon was a little bit morally twisted and made a spell where he sent his craziness over to Princess Bubblegum and made the world a little bit more crazier than it should have been. So in my beautiful opinion, and many of the audience as well, no matter if he's the Ice King, no matter if he's Simon, his role in this world, in this universe, has been of most importance to the entire story, to the entire world of the Land of Ooh. You know, in episode 8, we got a little bit of cute lore going on because Simon talked about his first interactions with Betty. Now, this conversation started taking a hold because Fionna and Cake are having a little bit of an argument. Cake is kind of upset that Fionna didn't let her grab the crown from the Vampire King. But, you know, Fionna was just trying to protect her. I think it makes sense that Fionna was trying to protect her, but Cake wanted to show that she could stand on her own. I think both sides are very understandable right here, but they don't need to be arguing. So Simon was trying to talk to her so she can understand what love is, maybe, and how people can grow apart and also grow together all at the same time. People fight, siblings fight, family fights, you know, but that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you all love each other. And I think that was the main goal for Simon's story. Or maybe it was just to distract Fionna, who knows. And by the way, this universe was really funny because it was a universe where this feels like it was a distance into the future, a distant lands into the future, if you might say, where BMO is the only thing alive at this point. So they're talking to BMO, and BMO is as crazy as BMO can be, with the only thing that's being odd is he says football hasn't been around, but their remote broke in this dimension and BMO / Princess Bubblegum was trying to fix it and BMO died, just like that, as a little gag. But before BMO died, they ran into some tapes and BMO decided to show them one of the tapes, and one of these tapes were just some of the Ice King's rambles, some of the Ice King's rambles that we ourselves have seen. And I think it's starting to look like that Fionna understands why Simon doesn't want to go back, why he likes the person he is, why he's calling the Ice King insanity, because the Ice King is the literal form of insanity. So fast forward it back to after BMO died, and they go to see the one person BMO keeps talking about, Jerry. So they're going to see Jerry, and it's the Lich. And I say this all the time throughout my watchings of Adventure Time, but the Lich will always be intimidating. It might just be because of his deep ass voice. It might just be because he could send people in this weird mind place. I'm not really sure, but he's just always been intimidating to me no matter what. And this dimension is a dimension where he has successfully killed every single last human being alive. But because he has done that, it's been many years of him just sitting there bored, doing nothing. So he decides not to kill Fionna, Cake, and Simon, and Fionna reveals that she has had the crown from the Winter King episode this whole time. She says she hasn't revealed it yet because she doesn't want him to be forced to do this. She doesn't want him to feel this insanity. She doesn't want him to go back to a person that he doesn't want to be. But him and Kate kind of reassure her, make her think that everything's going to be fine. They get the whole ritual thing going on, and her and Kate get sent back into Simon's head. And at the same time, the Scarab guy, I think his name's Scarab or Scrabby, they keep calling him Scrabby, but I think his name's like Scarab or something. He shows up and he looks like he's gonna kill Simon, but at the same time as Simon's putting the crown back on, Golb appears. Golb doesn't appear yet. The portal opens up under Simon and it looks like him and Scrabby get sunken in. Oh my god, Gold Betty is gonna make an appearance? That's gonna be so sick. I have a little funny question. Did Gold Betty do a little Itachi to Simon? For those of you who haven't watched Naruto, after Sasuke defeats Itachi, Tobi decides to try to go recruit Sasuke to join his side. But at the moment where Sasuke looks up at him and looks into his Sharingan, Sasuke's Mangekyo activates and a Matsuratsu flame ends up devouring Tobi and he has to back off. And he ends up revealing that that was some sort of a curse or spell that Itachi put on him in order for whenever he saw Obito's eyes. So I'm assuming there might be a weird thing about that because Simon was literally inches away from putting the crown on his head, and then there's some shocking stuff going on and the gold portal opens up. This is really exciting. I'm really excited about this. We just got a lot of stuff about Simon and Betty. We got a lot of stuff about Simon's past in general. And now we're being pushed back into the present, into a world, our world, where our Simon has been living. All of these events have happened because Simon has been alive. Golb is the way Golb is now because Simon is here. Without Simon there, Gold Betty would not be a thing. And now, we get to see the consequences of his actions. And I like that. It's fun. Even though I've been liking this series and the story that this show's been telling so far, these 2 episodes have really reassured me that it's in good hands. And now I feel like no matter where the story goes next, I'm completely down for it. Originally I was kind of iffy on him being the Ice King again, and I kind of don't think that's going to happen now at this point, especially if Gold Betty is getting involved. I do not think that's going to happen, but I've kind of laid back towards that, not hatred for it, but dislike towards it. But he's 100% just going to be Simon, and we're going to see how that happens. Is he going to actually be able to speak to Betty again? Who knows, but he'll at least be able to see Gold Betty for her beauty and tallness that she is. It's going to be cool. I'm really excited for this. I'm just really excited. Honestly speaking, I'm just really excited. But let me stop rambling on. What are your opinions of Fionna and Cake episodes 7 and 8? I'd really like to know. Leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to those as soon as I can. I've been really liking this. Oh my god, you guys have been supporting me so crazily. I've been liking all the comments and talking to anybody that has left a comment there because it's just super cool. Oh my god, it's just been super cool. But yeah, keep the support going. Maybe I'll do like one-off episodes from Adventure Time. If you'd like that, leave those in the comments down below of which episodes you'd want me to look at. I'm thinking about looking at some OG Fionna and Cake episodes to see if there were some like hints and pieces of this being an actual dimension. I know people said the one where it looks like a beam is being shot into Ice King's head. I don't remember that at all, but I'm willing to believe that's true. And then maybe we could branch off into other things like some episodes of Avatar. I just want to do more for this channel since it's in a good place so far. And I think that'd be a good idea, especially in between like new stuff coming out where I could still be releasing stuff kind of consistently. But yeah, tell me what you think about that and tell me about these episodes of Fionna and Cake, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Okay, goodbye.